Kia ora, kia rana, malo i lelei, bulavanaka, whakaalofa lahi atu. Welcome to the Pacifica Youth Cup on Sky Sport. We have got 12 games over 3 days. 5 today, 4 tomorrow, 3 big ones on finals day on Sunday. Tēnā koutou katoa, my name is Nigel Yolden. So glad to be with you for the first of the 3 games. First 3 games of 5 today. This is going to be a whole bucket load of fun. You are going to get to see some of the most amazing young talent coming through the wonderfully rich and vibrant Pacifica and Aotearoa rugby league scene. And there you see the first of our 2 teams getting ready. It's going to be Tonga versus the Cook Islands. Hone Rapana alongside me to provide some expert analysis for these games. Hone, first of all, just very quickly, tell us about the Pacifica Aotearoa Collective and what they are doing.
Hey, kia ora Nigel, kia ora everyone tuning in to the Pacifica Youth Cup 2022. Now this initiative was created last year by a collective of all the different nations, different islands that wanted to provide opportunity and pathways for their young men coming through in the game of rugby league. And so just last year there was a memorandum of understanding signed at the Mangere East Rugby League Football Club to create the group Pacifica Aotearoa Collective.
Well, there you see, it's a lovely day at the QBE Stadium. A little bit of cloud overhead, make it probably quite pleasant conditions. There we see the Tongan lineup, and that is a very talented side. Interesting that you look at number 9, Kylan Vunipola. Now, this guy has come into the squad as a late replacement. He's not a bad replacement to bring in. He's the current New Zealand Under-16 Player of the Year. And you've got some wonderful talent that you're going to see, members of the New Zealand Warriors development system as well, and we will introduce you to those as we go through this game. And of course we get, as we saw, the Cook Islands team coming out. Let's quickly run through their starting lineup that you see there. As is always the case when it comes to rugby league, there'll be a lot of pressure on that 6-7-9 combination, but they're good players there in Panaho Brown, Fa'aonga, and Hirani Holmes as well. So again, another good talent, a few names there that you'll be familiar with. Interesting to see a Peiru Donaldson. Of course, there was a Dominic Peiru that used to play for the Warriors, as well. So there you see.
Also, they're making their way out now.
That's
what
the
a
Cook
great
Islands. My
pride
apologies,
for them to
yes.
represent their team, the Cook Islands, Rarotonga. Kia orana, haramai. Now, welcome to the Pacific Youth Competition.
So they are heading away, and what a lovely opportunity as well for the younger members as well to lead out their fellow countrymen. So Tonga has moved away. There they are.
One of the big pushes in this competition, Nigel, the Pacifica Youth Cup, was allowing the young people to promote their culture, speak their language, share within prayer and all the things that our nations do naturally. So that's one thing that they're trying to pull out. And as we'll see here, both sides will compete a haka and perform the haka.
We will let them set the scene for what is going to be 3 outstanding days of rugby league at QBE Stadium. So glad you're with us on Sky Sport for this one. You're going to see a lot of very talented young players and names that, well, you might not hear about them in those top comps for a year or 2, but they will start filtering through. A lot of these players sort of involved at the developmental level in the NRL. As Tonga get ready to lay down the first of many challenges over the Pacifica Youth Cup weekend.
It's Matea Mātonga with the sipi tau being performed against their challenges for today. Coming up first with the Cook Islands.
Beautifully led as well by Shea Whaaongo. Again, they prepare now to receive from the Cook Islands.
And there we see the humility of these Pacific nations, giving thanks to God.
There was Fuka, the Wate Fuka leading the Tongan Challenge. Excuse me for that error. As they give thanks, the Cook Islands prepare. Very brief calm.
As mentioned earlier, this is the first game of 5 today, ladies and gentlemen. The Pacifica Youth Cup is an under-18s competition. And the sides that are being represented in this competition is the Cook Islands, New Zealand Māori, Tonga, Niue, Fiji and Samoa. So keep an eye out over these over the weekend for the Pacifica Youth Cup, brought to you here live by Sky Sports 4.
Well, the Tongan team has got the two sides, so the Tongan side that we are watching right now, then their development side, and they get the fun task of playing New Zealand Māori at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Your referee, Brent Newton. Now, there will be a few rules that you will see over the course of the next 3 days, and we will explain them as they go, but there are a few little differences. That the main one that you think you're going to see, there will not be as many scrums as normal. And Hona, is that going to ramp things up in terms of the pace, do you feel?
The intent is to keep the ball in the field, and when the ball's in the field, we're getting a lot of action, a lot of speed of play coming from both sides. So we're going to be able to expose ourselves to that today. But kicking off here, running from right to left, Cook Islands take on Tonga in the first game, Pacifica Youth Cup 2022.
So there is two 30-minute halves, so just an hour of play, but they will pack a whole lot into that 60 minutes. As it is Tonga looking to work their way out. And there's a really good carry up to the 40. Takes 3 to bring down.
We're only at the third tackle now, and Tonga making their way over the 50-metre line.
Looking, scanning. You can see straight away there. Wunipola. Again, another strong carry by Siu Langa. Gets that ball away nicely to Fuka. And this is really easy metres for Tonga to start. The bowler again looking at his options, wants to work away to that left edge. Cutting back hard is Cully. Still going, ball dislodged.
Referee's called it back, he says it's a penalty.
Well, that's very disconcerting for the Cook Islands because Tonga has just made very easy metres. In their first opportunities, they look to go left edge.
Not the ideal end to a set for the Cook Islands there, though, finishing with the error, with the penalty going against them.
AJ Jones again, they go to Suolangi. Ball! They have to drive Big Siali back, and they do so. The bowler short ball. AJ, that is really good defence on AJ Jones.
It's Kalani Peru Donaldson, the back rower for the Cook Islands, holding him up. Great defence.
AJ Jones, part of the Tigers development system. Another short ball. Guess who? There he is. Oh, and he's lost it.
He's called knock on.
Siali Siulangi ball. Oh, and you can see the frustration in his face.
But mind you, he's been busy in the early starts of this game.
Right, third carry.
And each carry dominating as the last.
He is part of the Warriors development centre, part of 3 players in the starting lineup for Tonga who are in that particular system. Now an opportunity for Cook Islands. They do first through Terapo. He's met that good, strong defence. Ball has been stripped out though. Levi Vatuleao with the carry there, but again, good, strong defence by Tonga coming in, as you would expect.
A little bit messy, a little bit of errors here, but You know, these guys haven't been playing for a number of years. Both Pacifica Youth Comps from the previous 2 seasons were cancelled, so it's been a long time since some of these boys have been able to be out on the field today.
So, a touch finder and first venture into Tongan territory for Cook Islands. Little short ball cutting back on the angle. It's a hard carry there by Peiru Donaldson. Good defence though as well.
Yep, still driving him back there. That was Willie Piliu.
Coming away now, trying to get more towards centre field. Tackled by Jones. Good support from Pole as well over the top there. Little cut back again. Seemed to like that play. Just carry for Dennis Sofia. He's taken down just inside the 30. Good centre field position for the Cook Islands. Going for a nice little stipe there. Punahall Brown. Still going.
You're looking for a quick play to ball here to get some momentum going forward. No, referee sees no fault there. He's shooting to the right-hand side. Cook Islands now bringing it up to the fullback. That's Timothy Tiatia.
Ooh, that was... Just couldn't get that ball on. You can hear, though, already coming out of the stands. Of course, it's only management. Odd family member allowed in under the red light setting. But already you can hear that lovely energy that we associate with Pacific Island sport of any kind, irrespective of the shape of the ball involved.
And here goes one of those rule changes there, Nigel, with the ball being brought back into play and starting with a play to ball as opposed to a scrum previously.
So just to break this down, so this is the rule changes which are commencing for the 2020 season, and the Pacifica Youth Cup will be played under these rules. So the play the ball restart after the ball or player entering touch play will recommence with a play the ball rather than a scrum in a few circumstances, which is the ball kicked into touch in general play. Player was tackled into touch, and the ball is lost or passed or travels into touch. As we heard Hone Rapana refer to, it's going to increase the pace. And I tell you right now, there's a bit more intensity in that Cook Islands defence, who was embarrassed from the kickoff, looking for space.
But Tonga are really showing some great shape with the ball in hand.
Oh, this is going to sit up. That's a great kick. I think that might have been William Piliu, co-captain in the number 6 jersey. Member of that Warriors development setup.
Tonga forces the in-goal dropout now.
Tell you what, it'll be a good reminder that they are definitely in a competition situation here. Also a good one as well for our referee as well, Brent Newton. Here he goes again.
Sui Langapo.
Siali really carries strong. He takes some stopping. He just gets his team on the front foot. There's a carry coming in now from Asaya Fusitua, captain of the Tongan side. And the ball again, wanting to come away. Ball that's played off the leg.
Yep, referee says play on. No infringement there.
Smart play there by Siali Fayamani. Short going for the snipe, getting it over, and that's the first try. Getting the rewards. That was a really good play. I think that might have been off a Kipu. The other, no, it's not the other centre. Get a look at that number and identify that player. That was just nice work. It's just the old classic, too big, too strong. It's actually Patrick Moimoy, the fullback, who's come up.
All started from the quick play to ball here from the centre, Faimani. Quick play to ball, gets a scoop from Patrick Moimoy, and again he goes in, dives low there for the first try of the Pacifica Youth Cup for 2022. Tonga take the lead 4-0 over the Cook Islands. Kick to come.
Moimoy. So, already we've seen Cook Islands. You saw them just shore up a little bit better in that seeking attacking set from Tonga, but just so close to the line. You see Moimoy with his first, and now the opportunity to convert. As your referee watches on.
It's good.
Nice strike.
Conversion successful there by Tonga. Takes our score now 6-0. Mate Ma'a Tonga over the Cook Islands at the Pacifica Youth Cup here on Sky Sports 4.
There's Moimoy trotting back into position. A reminder to unlimited interchanges throughout the course of this particular tournament. Each side has a 22-man squad, 17 per game, obviously, so the ability to be able to rotate through. So Tonga with another match this afternoon at 3 o'clock against Niue. And then New Zealand Māori, second game up tomorrow. Cook Islands come back for the closing game today against New Zealand Māori. Ball missed, juggled, diving on that one. Nice work by Fusitoa. So there's been a wee knock on there.
Yep, referees found an error there for the Tongan side. Cook Island now have an opportunity to bring some points back.
Just dragged it. Just as he was trying to grab that down, he sort of brought that ball into him and didn't have control.
Great chasing there by the halfback for the Cook Island, Shea Fa'aonga. Putting pressure on the Tongan side.
This is a great attacking opportunity. You can see there, 20-metre mark, bit of a blind to work with, open left. Let's see if the Cook Islands have a little something special from this situation. Straight away, referee Newton says, I'm having none of that, thank you very much. Now they look to come away to this left-hand side with the cutback.
It's the vice-captain there for the Cook Island side, Leon Richard. Takes the first hit up off the scrum.
And to come left through. Brown. Trying to work this left-hand edge here through Peru Donaldson.
He's been busy in this first 10 minutes of this match. Peru Donaldson.
Good quick play the ball as well as they go back centre field.
Keep an eye out on the 13, Regan Brown. He creates some great shape for the attacking game plan of the Cook Island side there, the number 13 loose forward. Quick tap taken there by Ngāti Pānoho Brown. No, referee calls them back off the mark. Penalty inside the 10.
Looking for what the option is. And they'll just go back to Tito to just run it straight and hard. Sapele Tito, again looking for that quick play the ball to Cook Islands.
Pānoho Brown at dummy half, and here's the 13, Regan Brown. Shifts it out to the halfback. Great inside run there by the back rower. Looks like Alvin Chong Ni.
They do like that inside cut, and it has been effective for them in the opening 10 minutes of this one. They continue to go that blind. Shape the kick. Now trying to drive his way through there is Dia. Tongan defence equal to it.
They're not panicking at all, the Tongan defensive line. Very patient,
Brown.
trusting in each other.
It was Holmes. Ernie Holmes, dancing, stepping. That's a big shot on him.
Half on half.
Fuka. Coming back. Last tackle option. That's a good kick. Bit of work for Tonga to get out. Oh,
and he gets out.
Done nicely. That's delightful by Biliu. Made that look very easy. It was a nicely weighted kick, though. Just looked as though that there was enough to doubt in the Tongan defence's mind there, but beautifully handled by the co-captain.
And a knock on there seen by the referee against Tonga. It's the second big opportunity now for the Cook Island side. 18 minutes remaining in this first half here. Remembering everyone, 30-minute halves at the Pacifica Youth Cup with a 5-minute interval.
Well, Solomone Foketi, the coach of Tonga, will be a little bit disappointed. You dominate that first stanza, you go down, you get the try, you get the points, you're up, and then they really haven't been able to exit their own half at all. And Cook Islands now, with a sustained period of attack, they've got to turn this into points. Off the back they come there.
Referee says it's gone backwards, play on.
It's
Lost a few metres there, 10 metres at the most.
Lost a lot of momentum for Aongo to play the ball. Short ball.
Tayataina, the winger, coming in and do a bit of work for the forwards.
Yeah, nice work by Alan there. Looking back there.
Chong Ni.
Well, straight away we're seeing such production out of the back rows of both sides. There's a nice short ball there for Sofia. Sofia gets driven back. That's really good defence. Nathaniel Pole, the 12 leading the charge there. Want to work left edge. Oh, that's a good spot. Although Kipu raced up. He did enough to disrupt.
Timothy Tia playing the ball now to his half, Hidini Holmes.
Here comes the crossfield kick. He's drifting back more towards the poles. And it's easily taken bring this out to the 20. Cook Islands have got to get back quickly.
Just a blowing opportunity there for the Cook Islands. That first ball off the scrum, and then the momentum shifted again.
They really, as I said, had that nice wee period there, having conceded early. Good strong surge. It's Faimani, the centre. Ball up. Bumps off one, another one goes Moi Moi. Up to halfway. Options either side. Kicking in early in the count. Wunipola. And just going a little bit too deep.
Just a little bit too deep there. 16 minutes remaining in this first half between Tonga and the Cook Islands.
I think we could see what he was trying to do, though. There was space there. The Cook Islands hadn't really tracked back defensively, and so there was a bit of space. So I understood what the young man was trying to do as the Kiterepo looks it out for the Cook Islands. As I say, he's got big reps on him. Caleb Wunipola, under 16 Player of the Year out of the very good learning institution, both sporting and academic, that is Palmerston North Boys High School. Comes Vaitu Liao on the carry. And he's getting involved, taking them up to their own 40, now up to the half. Chong Ni.
Great work by the outside backs for the Cook Island side, though, bringing them up, allowing their forwards to have a bit of rest. Now they've made it over to the 50. Bit of space out here if you can let the ball go.
Yeah, I was going to say they go back out to the backs and keep them working. They'll be wondering what the forwards are going to do for them. Coming back now to centre field.
Chong Ni again, man, he's been busy.
Well, it's just what is expected now, isn't it, of a second row forward. Work rate through the roof from first whistle to last. Here comes the kick coming in from Fa'aonga. Coming forward, taking it beautifully. Aliki Sanita now. Moi Moi already got a try. Trying to bust tackles. Chong Ni in there again, helping. As they drag him to ground. Good work as well by Richard.
Alpha Kepu now with a scoop from dummy half, reaching over the 50-metre line now.
Great leg drive. Saw the legs pumping. Halfway through the first half, Tonga with the advantage. Need to work this left edge. Well, they've got an option here, getting to the outside. That's lovely work by Siokali. Cuts back inside.
Too much time, too much space.
Second try for Tonga. They extend their advantage to 10 with 14 and a half to go in the first. See, he gets this ball. You can see Vunipola scanning as he goes into the play the ball situation. And they are quite narrow, Cook Islands, when you see them.
And there's Carly there. Look, he comes into the middle of the field. He's on the inside of his centre, and just pure speed is what gets him through. Stands up the fullback. Brings it right under the post. Second try now for Mate Matonga.
I'm sure Siali Faimani will be saying, man, you could have given me that one. I was open. I had a good line. He's done it all himself, though. Siokali, second try. Now the message is being reinforced.
Got to really acknowledge that Tongan side, though. The defence was down in their own zone for much of that first half there. However, they were able to come through with their kick return.
Easy conversion for Biliu. And the score is doubled, 10-0 now. So we get another look at this. One thing as well, Tonga's doing really well on a quick play the ball. That's keeping the Cook Islands on the back foot, and that is just absolute gas. And yet another member, as I say, you've got Siokali, William Biliu, Siali, Sio Longapo. We've already seen those three guys as standouts. They're part of the Warriors development program. AJ Jones, part of that West Tigers. So already you're seeing some of these young players who've got a pathway to the NRL.
And that's exactly what the Pacifica Youth Cup was trying to do. Bridging these gaps, allowing pathways and opportunity for our young men to represent their culture, their heritage, and play the game that we love, rugby league.
Well, you know that the scouts will be out watching. They'll be looking for the little gems.
Great footwork, Nathaniel Pule.
Straight away up to the 20 on the first. Come inside. I say AJ Jones Plays lock, but he will be quite critical in terms of the playmaking duties for Tonga, and straight away now with the carry, still looking for the offload. That one behind,
yep,
he'll be disappointed, and he's disappointed with him there as well.
He's been busy today, that 13, AJ Jones. Just really setting the structure for what Tonga's trying to do in the middle of the field there.
We just talk this work rates. We talk about AJ Jones. We've already mentioned Peiru Donaldson and Chong Ni. Regan Brown a little bit as well for the Cook Islands. Sui Longapo very busy in the front row for the Tongan side. Cook Islands venture back in.
Be great if the Cook Islands can go into the end of the half with some points on the board.
Just joining us on Sky Sport, it's games that you'll be seeing, as I say, 5 today.
Great
Two
drive,
30
Regan
minutes,
Brown.
2 30-minute halves with a 5-minute break in between. So 5 games for you today. Fiji versus Nui to follow at 11. 1 p.m. New Zealand Māori versus the Tongan development side. 3 o'clock it's Tonga back here again to take on Nui. And then New Zealand Māori and the Cook Islands complete day 1 at 5 o'clock. All the games here on Sky Sport. Another good carry by Brown. Cook Islands really have to make this one count. Like to go, shaping nicely.
Numbers
They
out
got
there,
option
numbers,
here.
yeah.
Another good tackle though coming out.
The
Again,
captain, Dickie Terapo. Referee calls 5th and final, turnover.
well, even though he didn't affect the tackle, didn't hold the man, he stopped that ball being transferred onto the outside. It's a really nice read. Away come Tonga again, and Brown in there on the tackle.
You're going to see Moi Moi come in again and do some work. He's running like Fui Fui Moi Moi at the moment in this game, scoring the first try for the Pacifica Youth Cup.
Picking up and driving back. Kali, the Cook Islands.
Referee calls him to take it back to the mark.
Paula wants to go. Edge there. Soilangi Paul. My goodness gracious me. Already seeing the strength and talent that he has got at this level. And the bump off. Staying on task though.
Cook Islands are really starting to wrestle in the tackle, and they're trying to manage their ruck. Unfortunately, it's a penalty, trying a little bit too hard there. Tonga get a hickey back out of here, out of their own half, 45 metres out.
So less than 10 to play in the first. 2 tries to Tonga. Moi Moi and Kali, both converted by Biliu. There's Kylam Vunipola finding touch. And Tonga's back inside the Cook Islands territory again, 35 out.
Just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. If you just joined us, it is the Pacifica Youth Cup here at North Harbour Stadium. 12-0 the score in this first match between Tonga and the Cook Islands.
Solid defence by the Cooks. And the change has been made. That's Sam Afu in the 15 jersey on. Just a few penalties here mounting against the Cook Islands. 9 to go to the break. Afu's ready to go. He says, I've had 1 run, give me another, please. And they oblige Sam. It's some footwork going, actually. They managed to stop
Great
its
footwork
momentum.
at the line. Sam Afu.
Ball up. Wants to come away left-hand side. Going to take that one big, long pass out there to Gully, to the corner, and that's a nice finish. Great pass to the edge. In a second for Seal Gully. As Tonga extend the lead to 16.
Seal Kali really knows how to find the line. Great try there by the Tongan winger. Takes our score now 16-0. Conversion still to come.
How good the pass though on that. This was an absolute ripper.
But it's all set up from Vunipola as well out of the ruck. Clean ball going out wide. Then this long ball here from the half.
Beautiful
Willie
pass.
Piliu. Long ball, great ball from Piliu. Seal Kali dives over for his second try today in the first half.
Still had a little bit of work to do. I think he be feeling, I should have done better in that situation. But it's a 3rd try in the half for Tonga. Now as the coaching staff and management come on, just a few reminders. As Piliu lines up what is easily his most challenging kick of the morning. It is a gorgeous morning, it must be said now, as the little bit of cloud that we did have over top of QBE Stadium is clearing off. And it's going to get warm down there. Say 2 30-minute halves for these under-18 players. Piliu.
Great strike from the co-captain.
Just
a little bit to the left-hand side there. Conversion unsuccessful. Score remains 16 points to 0. Tonga over the Cook Islands. First game of the Pacifica Youth Cup 2022.
This is the great thing, though, about these young men. They won't care about the heat. They won't care. They will just like, we're playing. We get to play 2 games. We get to play 2 games today. Sign us up. Where do you want us to be?
Well, Nigel, with the last 2 competitions being cancelled due to COVID, the hunger, the eagerness, the willingness is all out there from these boys in all these sides. The idea, though, was to have 7 grades partake in this Pacifica Youth Cup, from the under-13 girls right up to the under-18 boys. And due to COVID, as we've shared, we ain't even able to have our crowds here, but nonetheless, they're out there representing their cultural heritage.
I'm sure they are sitting back, enjoying, watching their countrymen. As there comes Big Sam again, up to the 20 with a great carry to get Tonga on the front foot straight away.
Second tackle, 41 metres out from their own try line.
How good the recognition there from Kylan Vunipola. Cut back ball once again.
Nathaniel Paulette, another one being busy, still standing in the tackle. Offload available as well. No, he holds it there, takes it down in the tackle, 40 metres from the try line. Vunipola finds his 13, AJ Jones.
Good little offload there. Arthur, nice decision not to give. 5.5 to go. Tonga really starting to roll here. Referee Newton saw something in there. As you alluded to, Cook Islands trying to slow things down.
Which isn't a bad strategy for the Cook Islands side. Just execution again in terms of managing that ruck. But again, another penalty to the Tongan side. Sa'amafu.
Guess who? Yeah, no footwork there. That's just straight and hard.
Keep an eye out for AJ Jones here off Vunipola. No, they go to the right side. Puliu brings it back on the inside, cut over.
And try.
Sikapole, yep.
4th try.
Referee Brett Newton has confirmed 4th try for the Tongan side.
Well, straight away, what I think you're seeing here, Honane, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but they've got options either side of the ruck situation. So you're talking about, oh, look, do I go to an AJ Jones? But on the other side, you've got the likes of a Willie Piliu. So, I mean, straight away, great options. And when you've got a very talented, albeit young player in Kylan Vunipola who knows how to read and react, straight away you can see the reason why, one of the reasons why Tonga is up by a margin of 20-0 at the moment with Piliu lining up the conversion.
It also comes off the back of the forward pack that the Tongan side have put out today. Just the momentum they've been able to carry through each set allows the options for AJ Jones, for Piliu to come and play an impact in terms of scoring points.
So I shouldn't call it a conversion. Ball is a goal kicked, and the advantage is now 22-0. I'm sure now Cook Islands will just want to get to the half with not conceding any more points. I think at 22, the big difference is when Tonga have come down, Hone, they have converted in their opportunities inside the red zone, whereas the Cook Islands had a nice wee sustained period in that first half, but just weren't able to through a good defence by Tonga, but also as well just the quickness of the execution just not being as good as we see. Wakari Ratama, kickoff for Cook Islands.
Sa'amafu yet again. Another dominating run, 33 metres out from his try line. And this is what we were talking about in terms of the forward pack setting the tone for this Tongan side. The try scorer there, Sikapole.
So straight away you get 2 nice strong carries by your front row forwards. Now Piliu looking at the option, they'll cut back to Nathaniel Polak. The second rower goes to work, taken down just short of the half.
AJ Jones usually comes into the play here. Yep, sure enough, here he is, the loose forward. Shifts it out to his halfback.
That was Fuka. That was a good spot. Trying to see who that was, whether that was Leon Richard rushing up there. Continuing to work that left edge. Carly's already got a couple. Looking, straightening, still going. Siokali. Here comes the hat trick. Slams it down. First half hat trick for the left winger of Tonga. One thing we said the Cook Islands couldn't afford to do, they have. They've conceded before the break. The advantage is now out to 26.
Special player, Siokali. Tends to find the line, but he comes in looking for some work. Isn't easily beaten in the tackle. So you look here, he has a look up, and then he knows that he's still got that speed, which could beat many players. His confidence comes into play here, Siokali.
Yeah, the strength came in as well as he was being dragged down, but slam dunked it over the line. And another nice kick in front of the goalpost for Pilipiliu.
Dominating display from Siokali. Hat trick in the first half.
To convert. And does. That's the one miss from Pilipiliu in this first half. So 5 tries, 4 goals for Tonga. The advantage is 28-0. As we see.
That left-hand side for Tonga has been dominating throughout this game. The majority of the tries were coming from that side as well. Otherwise, it's the forward pack dominating that middle, owning that ruck.
One thing that'll be just of a little bit of concern for Tonga is just, as we were watching that replay, I noticed AJ Jones just slightly limping as he left the field prior to half-time. There's an opportunity now for Andre Nu'uali'itea to carry.
There they go again. Look, that Tongan side aiming for their right-hand defensive side of the Cook Islands.
Well, they've got what you've got power, and then you've got guys like we've just seen there from Whaiamani, who'll just do it with quick foot speed out of the play the ball situation and just steal straight away 8 metres before someone can even lay a shoulder on it. Time running down. Tonga have one more. There goes the siren. Again, looking to go to the left edge, which has had so much success.
Here's the danger man, Carly, gets the ball away. Tonga want to keep it alive and finish strong here in the end of the first half. Kick on through from Piliu.
Bit of space there. Good covering, though, by the Cook Islands. Getting that ball out. Comes to the end of the first half, and it's been a very impressive 30 minutes by Tonga. They lead the Cook Islands 28-0. Back with the second half shortly here on Sky Sport. Half-time of the opening game of the Pacifica Youth Cup of 2022, and it is Tonga with a good advantage by the scoreline of 28-0. They have scored 5 tries in the first 30 minutes of league action today. 3 to this very impressive left winger, part of the New Zealand Warriors development setup. His name is Siokalik, and this is the first, and as you said, Hone, just pure pace.
Pure pace, speed, has the vision as well to get through.
Lovely balance that we've seen. Once again, you see the read straight away. You see the head snapping around there from Vunipola, seeing what the options are. Actually, we're getting to see the last try as well from Sikapole.
And a well-earned reward there for the forward pack who have been dominating in this game.
Here's the third of the hat-trick tries for Kali. And there you see everything. Bit of strength to get rid of, the balance, the swerve, and at the end a bit of strength to drag a couple with him. And he has been super impressive. Well, if you are Solomone Foketi, Hone Rapana, you'd be feeling pretty good about that opening 30 minutes of rugby league, wouldn't you?
I would, especially in terms of the structure and the shape that the Tongan side has been able to display here in the first half. Not only that, though, but the dominating play of their forward pack, very strong, quick play to balls, and of course the dangerous hooker there, Callum Vunipola, really giving clean service from out of the ruck, which has allowed the ball and the momentum to flow on for the Tongan side.
What are you saying if you are the coach of the Cook Islands at the moment? Because as we alluded to, like, okay, 28-0, they had some nice moments there. They had time down in the attacking area, in the red zone, and just weren't able to convert. How do you translate or try and pick the positives out of a scoreline which a lot of people would take negatively?
Yeah. Well, the scoreline's not really reflecting the best that Cook Islands have showed us this morning in the first half. There have been opportunities and moments that they're really there, really testing the Tongan defence, but it's just these last option plays that have really burned them, so to speak, in terms of getting some points on the scoreboard.
Back underway very shortly here, second half. The first of 5 games on the opening day of the Pacifica Youth Cup. 4 games tomorrow, and then Championship Sunday. Games at 11, 1 and 3 on Sunday. Tomorrow, 11, 1, 3 and 5 today. 9 o'clock, nice early start. So it'll be very pleasant conditions down there before it starts to really heat up through games 2, 3 and 4. They're at 11 a.m., 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. this afternoon at QBE Stadium. Back underway.
The final 30 minutes of this first game.
Oh, and that's a mistake there by Timothy Tiatia. And that's probably the coach was saying, look, let's get through our first set, try and get things going, and see the frustration on the senior members. I know we're talking about under 18s, but all sides have senior members, leaders in their squad. We just need someone just to get around and go, okay, mate, just shake it off, next job. But it has handed Tonga a really good attacking position 30 seconds into the second.
It would still be a positive if the Cook Islands side can keep Tonga out here.
Looking to try and get to the outside. Billy, still going,
Great
feeds
ball.
that ball. Oh, what a finish. Did he get it down, Posimeni? Did it go Posimeni with a spectacular finish?
Referee just having a hui to confirm what they're going to decide here.
I didn't think he actually got it down myself.
No,
As spectacular as it was.
Looks like we're going to the 20 metre for a restart of the play.
Here is,
Taken out of field.
let's have a wee look, see the play unfold. Lovely work, and there we see Billy, a little bit lateral, but just getting to the outside.
Great work.
How about this? Let's have a look. Yeah, bounced it outside the line.
Unfortunate there for Makasini.
Oh, the wingers love that stuff. Yeah, sorry, Makasini looking at the wrong team sheet there. Posimeni, the 17 for the Cook Islands. I'm sure we'll see him at some point.
And again, just they're looking for that positive for the Cook Islands side. They're able to keep Tonga out. So this is that restart that they needed. Hopefully they get over the halfway line and then finish their set here, which would be a great start for the second half for the Cook Islands side.
Going to try and go wide, but that's a nice defensive line by Tonga. Ratima playing dummy half. Step trying to dance their way through.
Bit of footwork there from Regan Brown.
Ratima.
Cook Islands showing some great depth here in their attack.
Yeah, but the speed at the ruck, though, just slightly different, isn't it, when you compare to what Tonga's been able to do. Trying to run that one straight was Chong Ni. And that's his first Derek, because he was very good through that opening 30. Now this is a key moment where the captain just needs to remind, head up. They would have probably just done a reset. It's like, okay, let's not worry about that first half. Let's just play the second from 0-all. Well, it's a classic coaching cliche, but it is one that a lot of these coaches will like to utilise in these sort of situations. Tonga, Beliu to the line, looking to go out wide. That's Kepu. Kepu cuts back in, beats another, still going Kepu. They finally get big up for down, just stays in.
Yeah, I thought so. Looked like a loose carry there.
Oh, he looks frustrated. Oh, he's done all of that good work. Alpha Kepu.
Referee Brett Newton identifying the handling error there from the Tongan side. But he had done all the great work there, Alpha Kepu. Gets on the outside of his centre. Leon Richards there, the vice-captain for the Cook Islands. Comes inside of Timothy Tiatia. And again, some more great defence there at the back for the Cook Islands side. And you see there just a slight lost control of ball there.
That is very eagle-eyed from our official, Brett Newton. Cook Islands, oh, that's good defence, getting underneath the man from Tonga and driving him back 5 out from his own line. Straight out of dummy half. It's a bit better. And Chong Ni again.
15 metres out. It's the third tackle here for the Cook Islands side. Great drive there. Gains 10 metres off that run. 25 metres away from their own try line.
That's a really good carry. That was from the substitute, Aingamalo. Now Brown. Wanting to try and go wide. Saw a little gap. Oh.
Ball pops out there. We'll see what the referee says play on. I saw a Tongan hand there push the ball out. But the referee still calls 15 final for the Cook Islands side.
Ratima.
Kick made. Is the referee playing advantage? I think he is. Yep. Late tackle on the kicker. Penalty against the Tongan side.
But that was nice with the chime into the back line and running in between players as in two players and then trying to get the offload. That's been probably one of the nicer moments for the Cook Islands in this game thus far. And again now, territory, possession in the attacking zone, 30 out. Kari Ratama to set them up for the Cook Islands.
Just a little bit of slow play there to restart that set. Ratima now dummy half. Needs a quick play to ball. That's
a really good carry there coming in from Lua Afalio. Now good follow-up again by Aingamalo. This is nice from the Cook Islands. They're just going direct and having some reward. Now they've been driven back. It's solid from Pole. There's Ratima going, burrowing, fending. Bodies underneath. Just about snuck one there. Did Waikare. Cook Islands looking for their first points of the Pacifica Youth Cup. They come away and go very deep, give up a lot of ground.
Great line there, great line there.
Chong Ni, go again.
Looking to go to the left side with Ratima. No, he shoots to the blind. Finds his halfback. Grubber kick goes through. Great take there from Seal Carly.
We've seen him do it on attack with a hat-trick in the first half. That was just a good, solid defensive play. As away comes Money. Moi in there. He's waiting. He scored the opening try this one. Bust one, good leg drive, great carry.
Guaranteed to beat one player at least, Moi.
Back again, looking for an offload, then thought better of it. Smart play to go to ground. And you just see the speed of the play of the ball. Peliu, all charged down. Opportunity here for the Cook Islands.
Well, yeah.
Is he scooping this one up? Oh, has he kept it in the right spot? Did he get there? Pedro Donaldson. Or has he been beaten by the vicious break of that ball? Big decision coming up here. Oh, what a shame. Keilani Peru-Donaldson, let's have a look at this. First of all, good pressure on Peliu.
Came from that charge down here against the Tongan side. Puliu charge down there. Peru-Donaldson with the chase.
Here's that touch. Oh, she's a vicious piece of work, isn't it? It's a vicious piece of work, the shape of that ball. I think he knew straight away too. Best opportunity of the game so far for the Cook Islands. Now they have to D up once again.
Danger man with the ball in hand, looking for some work in the middle of the field. Beats one, beats two, carried down by 3 and 4.
Great leg try.
Vunipola at dummy half. Finds Puliu.
It's Fiamani trying to get back inside and unloads.
Ball still alive there on the right-hand side.
Still going, still going. That's Nathaniel Pole finally wrestled to the ground. 35 out. Back centre field come Tonga.
It's a great run from Sikapole, try score of the first half, just settling things down for the Tongan side, allowing them to reset their structure and shape.
Ball again, little kick through. That's another awkward bounce. Good work though by Tia at the back on that awkward bouncing ball. Trying to work the way out from their own try line. 10 out now. Already eaten 3 tackles though. Short ball. Terapo. He's picked and driven as they bring Siule Longapo.
Great defence there from the Tongan side, forcing the pressure. Unforced error there from the Cook Islands. That's the Tongan development squad there. Looking forward to their next game coming up at 1 p.m. against the New Zealand Māori.
And then they realise they're on the big screen. Just keep singing, boys. Just keep singing. We get to see them a little bit later on, 3 o'clock, as Hone alluded to. Trying to get to the outside. It's Kipu. Equal to the task, though, defensively. There is Posimene. Peliu. Short ball there for Pole. It's time there. Equal to the task defensively. Cook Islands making sure Nathaniel doesn't have too much space to work in. Peliu again, who's taking the ball to the line. That's a great step. Just short. He's been doing that a lot more in the opening 10 minutes of this half as Peliu. They get this ball very close. Sikapole looking for a double. Flipped over. Good goal line defence by the Cook Islands. Little flat ball. Siulongapore was the man trying to charge onto that one. Another look. It's a real good 1-2 punch. Sikapole followed by Siulongapore.
It's not a bad play, that short ball right at the line there, but you really got to identify the line that you're going to run. There was no option there for Vunipola. Second row comes flat as off him, straight into the other team, straight into the Cook Island defence.
Half-time score prevails after 11 minutes in this second half. Tia looks to try and get some feet going and a fend. That's a good carry. Timothy Tia. Trying to snipe. Kipu though equal.
Great
Get
work
some
from
good,
Maka.
yeah, good support coming in there as well from Makasini. Little inside. Both sides have liked that little cutback play. It's just been Paulade, Nathaniel and Sika in the tackle. That's a great ball.
And an offload. Well done. 15, that's Jarrell Luafalelo. And a penalty against the Tongan side. Cook Islands looking to build some momentum now.
Well, they need to go a little bit quicker. But that was nice stuff. That's better. Working in and around the play of the ball, working off it, nice lines. Hitting the ball with intent. Don't think we can really question the intent of the Cook Islands in this game, despite that scoreline. They've done really well in this opening 12 and a half minutes, conceding 5 tries in the first half. And
things tend to happen for the Cook Islands side when the fullback, Timothy Tietia, comes into the play.
There's Beirut Donaldson bouncing, but still going, and now they finally get him to the ground. Sikapole, arm trap there. Work this ball.
Regan bound to Saipele Tito. Tito still standing in the tackle, taking on his opposite number.
Ratima comes away right.
Great shape there from the Cook Islands side, and an offload as well.
Terapo to play.
And the referee calls another penalty against the Tongan side, holding down in the tackle. Like you said earlier, Nigel, they need some quick plays from the Cook Islands side to really shift the momentum.
So 5 out. And about 5 in as well. Taking their time. As I said, they're not acting like they're down by 28.
No.
They're acting as this is a 0-all game, and they want to be the first to score.
Ratima, ball to ground. Regan Brown.
That's a good, strong line. It's nice work by Tito again.
There's numbers out the left-hand side for Ratima, if you can see it. No, he comes right. Brown. They evened up out here, and a grubber kick through. Comes a danger man. He lets the ball go. Looks like a try for the Cook Islands.
That is a try.
Alan Taina.
Wait for confirmation and we get it. So the Cook Islands are on the board in the Pacifica Youth Cup. Good reward for plenty of endeavour. And it is Alan Taotina with the finish. And there'll be disappointment as well for Tonga too that they weren't able to diffuse this. But you mentioned it on a lovely shape, better shape.
A little bit more urgency there from the halfback in terms of chasing his kick. Forced the error against Seal Kali, and then the winger, Alan Taina, scoring there the first try for the Cook Islands. I thought they made a mistake here coming to the right-hand side as opposed to the numbers they had out left, but it was a scrubber kick here that turned the whole Tongan side around. Unforced error. Taina scores.
That's good work. The kick was by Shea Fa'aonga. So, nice reward for a very industrious Cook Island side. And it's going to be Hirani Holmes. They're staring right down the barrel. I just didn't want to fade back for him. First points of the second half go to the Cook Islands. Nice reward.
And that'll be the first time in the whole game at the moment that the Tongan side was speechless.
Well, they have dominated. As I said, it's been a good performance by the Cook Islands in terms of effort, work. They've been physical. This is a very well drilled Tongan side. Another chance to carry. Here's the try scorer. Taina flung to the ground, just outside his 20. There is Tia. You mentioned it, Hono, when Timothy gets involved for the Cooks.
Great work, Timothy Tia.
There you go, things are happening.
It's a style of running. He's got a very lanky style of running, and when he gets involved, it really puts the Tongan side off. They've got to manage his footwork. They've got to manage his arms in the tackle as well.
Well, I love the mental fortitude of the young man. Remembering this half started with Timothy Tia shelling a kick directly to him. But since that point, he's had a nice defensive play. He's had a couple of really good attacking insertions. And as I said, that drew the comment that you made, Hone, about how good things are happening when Timothy's getting involved. Here they are again inside Tongan territory.
But even the impact of the Waikare Rātima coming in at the ruck for the Cook Islands side just really started to set the shape up for the Cook Islands.
Nice flat ball.
Areas Rātima, great service. Is that Chong-Ni again, Alvin Chong-Ni?
No, that's Peter Donaldson.
Came close scoring of the
Still
first
going,
shot,
and the offload as well.
Ball out.
Oh, and an opportunity there. Vaito Leo will be very, very disappointed. Levi Vaito Leo.
The last few minutes been a shift of momentum here in this game. Cook Islands really coming away with things now.
Just great fight, great scrapping there by Peru Donaldson. Well, there's still a little bit of work to do. Moi Moi was coming across defensively. Great wee passage here for the Cook Islands. Now can they keep Tonga scoreless? That'll be their next goal. 12 minutes to go.
Referee calls penalty against the Cook Island side. Markers not square.
Different energy though, isn't it, coming out of the Cook Island side though?
Different energy. You can see that they've rattled the Tongan side a little bit there. However, once the Tongans get the ball, you see them start finding themselves and getting back into the groove of the game.
This is going to start just short of halfway. Brett Newton says no. Miles off the mark. Keep coming. And there's a nice little, you see that Alpha Kepu, yeah, sorry sir. Big contact there. Asa'a Fusitua, skipper of Tonga. Comes away, they've brought Big Samafu back on as well. They've got him. Oh.
Yep, looked a little bit dangerous there.
That was Sam. Pops straight back up. Not looking happy, and with some justification, I think you'd say. Go on, we have a look.
That might change things now for the Cook Island side, bring a bit of aggression out of the Tongans for that. Sure enough, the first run takes 10 metres.
Tonga haven't been able to add to their 5 first half tries. Samafu.
He's not taking a backward step there, Samafu.
Yeah, neither's Regan Brown. He's hung on there well.
Yep.
Good scrap coming from the lock forward from the Cooks. Now they go back to Su'ulongipo. Siali carries nicely. This is where Tonga was so efficient in the first half inside the opposition 20-metre zone, and there Moi Moi getting involved. Wanting to go quickly. Yeah, you could see him eyeing it up there, couldn't you, Alfie Kepu? Darts over. Tonga have their first try of the second half.
It's taken them a long time to get some points on the board. Well done to the Cook Island side, but Tonga really running away with this game now. 32 points to 4. Conversion still to come.
It's that efficiency in the red zone. They've come down. They've really haven't had the run of the play for probably the last 10 minutes of the second half, and yet straight away inside the 20-metre zone, and that's your result. Great read as well. You could see as he goes in, just watch his eyes. He's reading it straight away. Really good work there by Alpha Kepu.
Yeah, he's identified Kalani Peru Donaldson still laying in the ruck. So with the markers short, he's taken the scoop. Come up with the goods.
So, trying to add the extras.
It's the co-captain, Willie Piliu.
Been interesting. In the second half, we've seen him challenge the line a little bit more. That's opened up some opportunities, even though Tonga weren't able to take those opportunities.
Conversion unsuccessful there from the co-captain Willie Piliu.
Drags that one
Score
away.
remains 32 points to 4.
A little bit of chance to reset. Tonga, they'll be looking for a couple of big carries to try and get that momentum back.
The momentum of the game has changed yet again. You can see the energy, the adrenaline rush coming out of the Tongan side. And as you can see now with the Cook Islands, they're slowly making their way back into the game. So it's a bit of a momentum change with what's happening here.
glorious scene here. QBE Stadium, day one of the Pacifica Youth Cup of 2022. So this is the first of 5 games today. To follow at 11 o'clock, it's Fiji versus Niue. As the game restarts. A little bit awkward, but it has been collected, and away comes Fusitua. Vunipola. Carry, takes them up to the 30. And Vunipola looking to try and work this left edge now.
Yeah, and they do have numbers as well.
And they get to that outside there is Whaiamane.
Taken there from the captain of the Cook Island side, Diki Terepo.
Back to the centre. Siua Longapo.
This is that play that Tonga knows to set their plays off. Once their forward runs forward and just settles them back into shape, Tonga usually come away with some X factor on the outside or the back of that play. But unfortunate this time, they've had a forced error. Knock on, and looks like our first scrum.
I think that'll be the thing that Solomone Foketi, the coach of Tonga, will be probably just ruining the most, is that very efficient and for the most part very accurate through the first 30 minutes. But it's just those little errors, those little knock-ons, the not having good ball security. Cook Island's now full of running as away goes again. Peru Donaldson, and then he gets drilled by Makasini.
The Cook Islands are running on their own at the moment. Second tackle of the set.
Posimini. Come again to centre field, but quickly up there. Siua Longapo.
Saipele Tito now with the ball in hand.
Back away. Kicking early. And that's taken nicely by Moi Moi with room to move. Now just straightens. Waiting for him there. Bunhall Brown. Another good carry by the fullback. Been impressive in this game, Patrick Moi Moi. Nice little short pass there as a couple of the big bodies combine. Under 6 to go. Whaiamane, always happy to come in and help out his forwards, the centre. Piliu.
Great take there from Timothy Tiatia.
Got some space here, looking to try and dance away. And he gets swamped.
Cook Island side slowly making their way back to help their backs out.
Going.
Kalani yet again, Peru Donaldson. No, it's the winger there. Vaituliao. Coming to do some work for his forwards. Likewise with the centre, Diki Terepo. Just 5 metres out from the halfway line now. And there it is, the penalty that the Cook Islands were looking for.
And again,
down in the ruck.
Again, it's another one where they've got deep into the tackle count, and now they're allowing the Cook Islands again that opportunity. Be through for Aonga. Look away to his left-hand touch. Not his best kick, he'll be disappointed with that. The ball goes into the shadows. Just 4.5 to go. Tonga, comfortable. Posimini carrying, 35 out. Panaho Brown looking, scanning. Here comes Terepo again. Trying to get up, go quickly, battling. And they come centre field, but I like that switchback play. There is Sapeli Tito, 20-metre mark. Bunhall Brown just sees a gap and goes, and they've just scragged him down. Only 5 out. What a great read from Bunhall Brown. They come again. They've had some success working down this side. Here's Thea looking to try and step and dance. Gets away from a couple. Still going.
He's busy, Timothy Tia. That's his involvement, and we'll see what comes off the back of this play.
Last tackle. Oh, and ball is dropped, and you can see the frustration and disappointment etched across that young man's face. Oh, they've done so much good work. This has been a really good second half, though, from Cook Islands. Down by 28 at the break. They've battled, they've scrapped, handover. And so Tonga now just on 3 to play. So you've got to talk about the mental fortitude that this Cook Island side have said. We're talking about under 18-year-old men, and they've responded really nicely. There's fire money again. Still going as well as Siale. They finally get him down just short of halfway. Bidiu. It's a nice inside ball, but gee, that's a great tackle by Rakai Posimene. Bidiu. Some space there. It sits up and another kick through, but can't keep the ball in.
Been a little bit unfortunate on that side there, Sione Makasini.
Good read though, great space. No one back there.
Great kick and vision there from Puliu, getting it behind players, turning the fullback around.
Right idea too, it has to be said by Makasini. It was just red shirts only over there. Two to go. Away he comes. Chongni, Alvin Chongni. How industrious has he been for the Cook Islands in this opener? Look forward to watching that young man again to close out the day when they take on New Zealand Māori.
You can see a switch in the Tongans' play here. Earlier in the first half, they were all about attack, but in the second half, you can see they're really dominating the ruck, controlling the ruck, managing the play on the ground, which is really showing the patience that this Tongan side can have.
Punahou Brown, they're going for the offload as he's being swung around. Can't blame him with less than 90 to play, trying to look for that ball. It does give Tonga an opportunity to finish this game. 5 tries in the first half, leading by 28-0. Very different in the second half, though. Just a try apiece. Oh, that's just a good, strong run by Kepu. And it will be Tonga who finish. And with an exclamation point as well. Alpha Kepu is second.
You can hear the background noise there. That's the Tongan development squad. Really happy with that try from Alpha Kepu. He's dominated the second half. That's his brace second try in the second half here. But just there, he beats the player with pure strength. Once he gets through the line, it's just pure speed. Tia nowhere near. Try time, Alpha Kepu.
2 as well. Players converging and he runs in between them. A lot of people I know it's a very combative, confrontive sport. But gee, if you can run in between 2 people, it does just make things a little bit easier rather than go and break near the guy that weighs 110, 115 kegs. Nice finish as well. And he's rather chuffed with his morning's work, as they should be.
As they should be, yep. They put on a real strong display of rugby league today, the Mate Tonga side.
There's the siren. There's Peliu. Lines up the kick.
The Jimenez have started, the hymns.
Not going to come back. A good performance by Tonga as their development side singing their honour. They have beaten a plucky, courageous, industrious, hard-working Cook Island side. And they have beaten them by the scoreline of 36-4. Tonga will be, well, look, they'll be happy for the most part, but Coach Solomon Fokete, he's got a little bit that he'll be able to work with just to make sure that they get right when they come back this afternoon at 3 o'clock to take on Nua.
Yep. Well, the Tongan side had really shown strength in all aspects of their plays. what they need to do now, and this is maybe the challenging part, is how can they get better?
Cook Islands, they would have been disappointed with the way that first 30 went, but gee, they've got to be they've got to be more than pleased with the way they were able to respond in the last half hour.
You hit it on the head, Nigel, with that mental strength that our under 18 men are starting to display in their games of rugby league. So
Tonga, they win the opening game of the Pacifica Youth Cup of 2022. They have beaten the Cook Islands 36-4. That's game 1 of 5 on the opening day. Up next, 11 o'clock, it is Fiji versus Niue. We look forward to your company then on Sky Sport.